Welcome everybody, JTOG 30. I am JT, and of course we have the other guy, Ivan. How are you, sir?
Hello, hi everyone.
All right. Did anybody pick up anything there? We've been debating about the feedback loop and what we're going to do about it.
Yeah, I suggested that we should let you complain until you get exhausted, and then we can keep going.
Yeah. So we've tried a couple of mics at Ivan's end. One of them works slightly better, but its audio was terrible.
The one works much better.
Yeah, actually that worked not too bad. There was no echo then. So, welcome. Thanks for joining us, and for those of you that are in bed, pleasant
night
dreams, or no, it'd be morning, I would imagine, for the US folks.
Oh yeah.
All right, who do we actually have? Jeff Slater, he's in bed. Walter is there. Kathy, hello. Skulder, Brian Vines.
You know how in Reddit you can add a flair to the name on every subreddit. We should be able to add a flair about like a bed or a sun or something.
Oh yeah,
depending on how much are we mixing with the sleep pattern of all people here.
Yeah, this audio is going to suck pretty badly, I think.
Yes, you think?
Yeah, I think it's pretty bad. Jordan Mad Monkey, Martin Brithawks, Scrolly Wellbot, still alive, I see. It's always a plus.
I think I have a lot of background noise.
And it's because it's noise cancellation headphones, yes?
No, but the mic is one here.
Oh, you got the left mic.
Not... Yeah.
I could go this and talk like this time, so you like the background noise.
Well,
but I'm honest, I don't know how to talk without shouting. I need to shout all the time.
No, don't shout, for God's sake, don't shout. You'll deafen me. Chris Lee, print it yourself. Vedran Wexter is here. Bart, 3D Printman. Who else?
Oh, I might know what it is.
There you go. Ivan's funny. Hi, Ivan.
No.
No?
Is it better?
Well, only time will tell. It wasn't happening all the time. That's the problem.
No, okay.
That seems better.
See, I don't know.
What did you do?
I don't know. I thought that I did something, but I didn't. So
okay.
Nothing.
Now, yeah. See, now it's good. Bart said it's good. Thomas Moroz, hello. Yeah. All right. Okay. We'll treat it as good.
Yes.
We'll see what happens. Thank you all for joining us once again. Now, are we on air next week or no?
I'm not sure.
Okay. I'm not sure either.
My fear is so I think right now that I know, and my wife asks, "Are you going?" I don't know what I'm going to be. No, my video schedule is also like depending from that.
Okay.
But did you see my video last week's video?
Did I not comment about you're an idiot for holding metal in your hand while you put it in a drill press?
Yeah.
And what else did I say? There was something else I said. Yeah.
But my drips is so lousy, and is so bad geared that I could stop the chuck with my hand. So I could grab the chuck and put it with my hand.
All right. So the audio is terrible. I'm not sure. The audio is epic. Everybody's saying it's hilarious.
I can hang up and call you back again.
Yeah, let's try that.
But with these ones wasn't happening, I guess.
Switch the audio. I'd rather have a bit muffled than echoey.
Let's try.
Let's do that.
How about now? Because that's 8 8 kilobit audio, like really shitty audio.
Guess what? There's
Because-
no echo.
Uh,
I'll take the no
the
echo.
first mic is doing the better job.
What do you reckon, folks? I'll give you 20 seconds. Have a vote. Call back or use the echo that use the headphones that Ivan's now about to sing on or test with.
Bow, 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 bow. Waiting music. Bow, 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 bow. People is asking me for calling back.
Yeah, call back. Yeah, call back.
Yeah,
All right.
okay. I will do that.
So what?
You have to be careful because I'm going to just get yourself on screen before I hang out.
No, I'm going to switch and mute.
Okay. You are a coward.
Yeah. All right, hold on.
A very reasonable coward.
We'll be back.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to have to put up with slightly different audio, but hopefully
Yes.
less echoey audio.
No echo, shitty quality audio.
Yes.
That's the compromise.
Yep, exactly. So we've gone
If
through
not, I can start doing sign language.
yeah, in Spanish.
Yes.
Spanish
This is
sign language.
printing.
Printing, yes. What's a fail?
Print.
Come on, Walter, don't be like that. We were here. I even gave you a shout out, but clearly you weren't paying attention. And I did see you come back, by the way. Yeah, so we went through a couple of headphones, a couple of lav mics. You know, Ivan's got all the bits, and now
Yeah. We did try the thing with the cap and the string,
yes,
but I don't have that long of a string here.
yeah. I was on the phone with my wife. Okay, so Mrs. Country is more important than us. How dare you?
I'm clearly offended.
Yes, clearly.
This is my offended face.
So, welcome Thierry. I'm just picking up the people that have come in since we went quiet for a little bit. G'day, Graffit, and that's about it. And of course, Walter. So, you didn't miss anything, Graffit. You missed technical difficulties, is what you missed. But and prettier too. Yes, indeed. Totally. No doubting. Oh, okay. So that was an adventure.
By the way, now, yeah, for all the people that is waiting for a painting of my permanent marker printer to arrive, now they are on their way. So
they are actually at the post office.
On their way. That now it's not my problem.
Okay.
I don't work there. Now if they do their thing, it will be arriving somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. Can you say somewhere?
You can say somewhere, and I guessed correctly where your postmaster thought that a couple, or at least one of the packages was going to. Ivan said, guess where they thought the package was going to? And I said, Austria. And he said, yes. And I said, no, I am fully aware that Austria and Australia get confused sometimes, especially in Europe. G'day, Fernando. How are you? Yes. So, Wellbot, your print is in my tube, so I will ship that on to you.
Oh, yes.
Very efficient.
Okay. It was not the only package that was going to Australia.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes, I remember. There's a Michael. Michael?
No?
No, okay.
That's one that you don't know.
Oh, Daniel.
I'll let you know later.
Daniel. Okay. Good. All right, so what's happening through the week?
A blur.
It's a blur.
But
oh, yes, it's a blur.
This is epic.
Yeah.
And most of the people that saw my last video did miss the point. The point is not that I try to do a shitty work doing a thread on this thing. The point is that I can do this.
Yeah, of course. Hang on, you can have full screen for this.
This is a ginormous metal part, 10 millimeter thick, perfectly made by the CNC. Look at the work on this thing. Because in this one I did a surface roughing in here.
Yeah.
So the surface is shiny. Everything is shiny on this one. And I know nothing about CNC, but I'm learning, slowly, but I'm learning. This looks extremely promising.
Oh, totally.
Extremely promising. That's because I did everything with one bit. Same tool, everything.
Yeah.
The same tool.
Oh, the comments were insane. The comments were,
yeah.
they weren't happy with you, that's for sure.
Oh, but the thing is that people thought that if I wanted to do a thread on a curved surface, I couldn't do any better, and people started suggesting like you should have bought this expensive tool to do that, and I replied like, if I'm going to do it the expensive way, I would buy a lathe and do the thread with the lathe, because that's how it's done. and people did not get like that. I do these things in a week, and just preparing this for machining. It took me more than only getting this. It took me more than 1 day because I am so pathetic at planning tool jobs on the CNC machine.
Oh, okay.
And people were very worried about my safety, and I never experienced kickback with a saw that small, the circular saw that I was using.
That was the other thing. Yeah, the saw.
Yeah, but I've experienced kickback with a 300 millimeter disc of metal cutting saw, which weighs like 10 times like this one.
Yeah, yeah.
So I tend to hold my tools pretty firmly.
Yep.
Like I would have gone to the floor before letting that one go.
Sure.
And the disc is like this.
Yeah.
It's pretty small. So, and people kick back like it was cutting the panel like butter. That's nothing for that saw. And there was no clamping force, and everything was really worried that was going to hit me on the face, or people is really worried about that kind of thing. You have to be safe.
They're only worried because it's you. If anybody else was doing it, they wouldn't give a shit.
So they complain because I'm doing shitty stuff, but they are worried that I stop doing shitty stuff.
Yeah, catch 22.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Then thank you.
I think my comment was you're too important. You know, don't do that.
Oh yeah.
G'day James, how are you?
Hey.
When you your drill bit, man, that drill bit was awesome. On the drill press. Yes, it was like this. Oh my God! And then you grab the thing with your hand. Oh, going, Jesus Christ!
No, but gravity, like I will try to show you. I will try and put one of the big drill bits, and try to stab a big metal part with it to try and see if I stop it.
Right. Okay.
You will see that my drill press. Like anything bigger than this, I can hold with my hand.
Okay.
Because it will stop. It's so shitty of a machine that. And before doing in the video the drilling, I said it was one day in the morning. I was really motivated, well rested, and I said, I need to fix this drill press. This shitty how this cannot be happening again. So I did manage to remove the jack with a hammer and I did sand the cone, and I did clean with alcohol the inside of the jack, and everything seemed perfect and clean. I did put the jack back on. I switched on the drill press, and I looked at it. And this is perfectly centered. I did put a bit in it, fasten a bit, start the drill press. And I said, F it. It's going to stay like this.
Yes.
Like that. And I did leave it in the video because the take that you see in the video is the actual one when I saw that it was going like this. Because I was so sure that I did fix it. Then I went straight for it. I did start recording and went with the good part. And oh my God, how terrible is that? Like, yes.
Yeah, it was.
Shitty drill.
It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. Hello, Ewan. How are you?
Special episode.
Yeah. All right. Got a little bit to go through. We're already a little bit behind time, but that's okay. You know, it's all good. It's all good fun. So what do I want to show? So this one popped up from a while ago. This is from Teresa, who's not in the chat as far as I can tell. This is from January. This is how bad Twitter's searching algorithm is. All right, so this is all to do with squirrely stuff and Squirrel Squad. But this appeared in today's search. So, yeah. Oh, speaking of the devil, holy snapping ducktards. There you go. So there you go. There's something you tagged from January. Yes, I summoned you. Exactly. So that was a forgotten thing. So I thought I'd just bring it up. Now where do I want to be? I want to be here. I want my mouse to be clicking there, and I want to do this. This one was forgotten from last week. I should have done it. We were talking about CNCs and milling and all that sort of shit, and I forgot Thierry's bloody multi-material print or CNC. So it's multi-material. It's wood,
Everything.
and he CNC'd it on his what do you call it?
And
MP CNC. What's the word? MNCNC?
MP CNC.
MP CNC. Yeah. And he's embedded those 3D prints into the wood. So he's etched those out or cut out, whatever the correct term is. Mixed media art piece, yes, and combined the two, which was pretty good.
Yeah, that's a neutral machine because it can produce additive and subtractive manufacturing.
It wasn't the same machine though.
No.
No.
Oh,
He's got a CR10 and he's got the CNC.
That sounds smart.
Yeah.
I don't believe in machines that do everything with one machine.
Yeah.
That doesn't work.
Bye, veteran. See you next time.
Unless it works.
Yeah, exactly. If it works, it works.
I should do. Yeah, nothing works unless it works.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wellbot. YouTube just kicked him out midstream. It must have been the exact threshold of 30 days. All right. So Mad Monkey in the chat. Some of you may know him as Jordan. Has done a model which was sort of nice. I forgot it last week. Actually, I think it was last week. So that's a pretty nice desk organizer.
Is that a photograph?
Yeah.
Or
no, that's a photograph.
I need to take better photos.
That's why I'm showing it, because it looks bloody awesome.
Wow.
Like you can see, there's a little bit of layer line there, and there's a little hair there.
Yeah.
But
that's because it's made of layers.
That's because it's real. Exactly.
Yeah.
Funny that. So go check out Mad Monkey 01 on Twitter, and you will find his stuff. Another one I missed was Pokon's lithophane box. So he made, that's about as far as I can get, multiple lithophanes in a box, which was very, very nice. But I simply missed it. Even though I'd commented and, stuff like that. Stuff happens. Procon for Presidente, you reckon? Okay. You obviously saw the chat. We'll go back to Ivan and I. You saw the chat. G'day, Tom. Where the stream was going to be called something other than JTOG. It became Miatog at one point. Then it was Graphitog, and then I merged the two, Graphit and Mia, and then it was Magatog. Which
I didn't see that.
No?
Did I see that?
No,
I liked it, but I might have...
Yeah. Anyway,
No,
my tog. Yeah.
yeah.
All right, next one. This one was from Ivan. So this one's pretty cool. Let me rewind this. So this is a Delta pushing a finished print off with a razor blade.
Which is not always there.
No, that's the important bit. That's why I'm going to let it play to its full end. So Holmes, and then razor blade gets put. Is that magnetic? Do you reckon?
It has. I don't think they have gone to the length of adding an extra actuator or something like that. So just by the way that you do the movement, it could be magnetic.
Yeah, because it clicked. It made a distinct click. You guys may not have heard it, but I could hear it. I don't know, Graphit. It could, if someone was clever enough to put his face under there. You could shave, maybe. You'd be pretty game, though.
Putting your face. There is nothing clever about putting your face in there. No.
Correct. Yeah. Nothing clever.
Like doing a 3D scan. and then letting the machine shape you.
Yeah, nah. Yeah. It's all fun and game until the printer becomes self-aware. Yes, exactly, and it is a weapon.
Then, if everything enters his reach, it will kill it.
Yep. All right. Fernando has released
Oh yes.
A vase maker. Now I'm going to switch to the next screen already because I think I've got the next one queued up. But you change the sliders down here and change the shape of the path, and you get different results. So this is really clever. Has anybody vase maker? Yes, vase. Yes. Has anybody used this? Now Fernando's in the chat, so that guarantees one person's used it.
I think he develops the apps and never tests them.
Yeah, for sure. Jordan's done
like
it.
Microsoft.
Okay. Walter has. Very nice. Bart. Very good. Okay. And do we like it? Oh,
leave thumbs up for Fernando's app in the comments. Let's see how many people like it.
Yeah, find the thumb icon. Or hang on. Let me have a look at what I can do here. That's going to work. That goes there. Copy my thumb and paste it. If you can't find the thumb. Yes, you are a unique case. Wellbot.
I think I print maybe a couple of vases.
Yeah.
That I made.
I made a confession on Twitter last night. I've only ever done one vase print, and the vase print was in the first week that I had a 3D printer. So it was on the SD card. So other than that, I've never printed one. So yes, it's time to vase the facts, as Brian would say. Pun master extraordinaire.
Brian Joe.
Yep. Alrighty, next. We'll switch. We'll moving right along. This is a Wellbot from an edition from Bugman. So this one is here. Let me switch to you, Ivan, so you can do what you just did. He's not worthy. So this is the pillar that Wellbot has modelled around the Bugman pillars of the community. He's made it multi-part so that us FDM printerers can do Ivan printer. Ivan print. Pillar print. Pillar print. There we go.
Pillar print.
Pillar print. Alright, so that was interesting. Next. Boop. Graphite. Oh, this one was insane. This one was just mental. So, multicoloured print. You can't really tell what it is from there. Can you tell what that is, Ivan? The answer is no. I'm looking. Here's his face. Here's Ivan's face, everybody. He's going, what the hell is that? All right. Here's what the hell it is.
Some sort of ship or...
Correct. That's what it is. When you paint it, it turns into that. Now look at Ivan's face.
You should do a capture of my face. Like, I want to know how to paint like that. That's so cool.
Well, you know, Graphite's an expert. He's been doing it now for 3 weeks. So if that doesn't make you feel inadequate, well, how long has it been actually, Graphite? Probably 4 or 5 weeks. But look at that. It's beautiful.
Yes.
All right, I've got to move on. I can't stand it anymore.
I think I would have it easier to make it fly than painting it.
Yeah, fair enough too.
If I had to choose make it fly or paint it, I would choose make it fly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, both the Toms are saying 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Come on.
Absolutely, it's lovely. All right, switching to the next one. All right, Mia's turn, since this is typically the Graphit and Mia show. So,
Come on, the rest of you, what are you doing with your life?
oh, Thierry got a Guernsey this time. Oh, Fernando got a Guernsey.
Yeah.
All right, Mia's Cupcakes. Now, I've actually got 3 slides, or 3 individual pages here. So this is the first one that, I think this was the first one, so that's a couple of days ago. This one was excellent. All right, so this is superb. Like, these are printed. These are 3D printed cupcakes.
And painted or only 3D printed?
No, just 3D printed.
Those look edible.
Correct. And Kathy in the chat is also featured with her prints of Mia's models. I'm just staggered. I'm totally staggered by these. Not just Kathy's ones, Mia's ones as well.
How do you call it? Ooze shield or?
Pardon? What's the question?
OOZ shield.
Oh, ooze shield. I don't think were they printed as separate parts or as MMU? Because I don't actually know whether they were. I'm trying to look at Kathy's one here. I'm looking. You guys can't see this. Might be a join. I'm trying to see if there's a join separate. There you go. It looked as though there was a join there. Okay.
It's not printed at once.
No, not all at once, which is fine. No complaints. The results are fantastic.
No. The end result is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking comments. Yep. Okay. Good. Next one. All right. So this is. Let me pause that. Now we've discussed. Is that too big? No, not too big. All right. We've discussed the Star Destroyer before. This one is Mark Rhodes. Mark Rhodes's Star Destroyer. So all those little lights are lights. They are optic fibers.
Optic fibers, yes. Yes. Now I will need to get into model making.
Yeah.
What are you doing to me?
All right. So this is the crucial bit. 350 meters of optical fiber.
Oh! Wow.
20 broken 0.5 millimeter drills. 30 LEDs and several bottles of acrylic paint. Insanity. I thought you were crazy.
Wow.
350 meters of optic fiber.
That's a lot of optic fiber.
Yeah.
A lot.
Done that one. And this one was funny. It's good that Tom's in the...
Look, a dead rat.
Yeah, Tom's in the chat, of course. So this happened not long ago. Oh, sorry. I saw this not long ago. But that's obviously a slight fail. But the reason I'm showing it is because of Mia's interpretation of the fail. And to anybody that's about to go to bed, good luck.
There is part of the electronics in there, or
I don't know. Maybe Tom can tell us. Tom, how bad?
I can see a wire.
How bad was that? What? Oh, Teresa, that's a bit harsh. I wouldn't know, but yeah, all right.
Teresa, keeping it family friendly since 2018.
Yes.
Like I had 4 of these only last week.
Yeah, so the
Yeah, thermostat
the heater
heater
cartridge.
and nozzle.
Yep. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
What printer was it
I
from?
think
I didn't even ask that. Nasty. Yeah, sorry, Ivan, go on.
No. That I had 4 of these last week, all of them in the Pulse XC.
Right.
Because me being absolutely negligent. And the last one, I think it's going to take me a few hours trying to recover the machine. Because I did leave it unattended, printing at night. And the part lifted, made a huge blob. And the Pulse XC, the parts that attach the hot end to the machine are made of printed parts.
Ah.
So once the blob got to the fan, it stopped the fan, and the blob kept getting bigger, and everything became a blob of melted filament.
Oh, wow.
So the entire assembly did like...
Lucky they're printed parts, you can print some more.
Yeah, but the thing is that nothing can stop Bondtech.
I was going to say, the Bondtech kept pushing.
Kept pushing, and now the entry of the PTFE tube is like this.
Wow.
So that's I'm thinking of doing a spare hot end assembly for the Pulse XC with metal, because that was it. I think it should be metal since the beginning. Like that's too expensive of a machine to be 3D printed. That part in there with the heat.
Yeah.
Because the CR10s and the Turbo Tornado, Anycubics, all of them have the heater assembly made of metal.
Yes.
I think that's a liability like too easy to not fix.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah. Tom's error actually occurred on the MK3. And he's saying that the pulse has a major issue. It's not orange.
Oh.
And you can't print much of the pulse. How many parts are printed on the pulse?
Too many.
Oh, really? There's still many.
I don't believe in self-replicating 3D printers.
Okay.
That's not it's fancy as a talking point or as an exercise, but when you want to use the machine, 3D printed parts are not the best ones, I think.
Sure.
Like at least around the thing that gets to 300 degrees, let's make it from metal.
Yeah, sure. No problem.
Yeah, because I'd rather have like the frame made of plastic than that part in there.
Yeah, well, I was about to say, if Walter's still here, he's turning in his grave, given that he has a 3D printed printer. All of his extrusions, everything. Yeah,
but that's completely and absolutely different, because Walter made the printer for himself.
Yes, I understand.
So he will have to deal with whatever he threw at himself.
Yes, agreed.
That when you are doing a mass selling product, there are a few things that, like, you are selling it to me, and you are making me paying for parts that are 3D printed, which obviously are much cheaper than the counterparts in metal, and they will not hold a simple failure of the machine, like the part lifting from the bed. Because I had that same issue with all the other machines that I have had that issue, but as the entire hot end assembly is made of metal, the only thing that you need to do to fix the issue is just switch on the printer and raise the temperature to the max, and it will fall off.
Yeah, sure.
But with that printer, everything falls off.
It's one piece now, yeah. No, I understand. I also take your point about Walter building it for his own purposes, like someone who builds a CNC for their own purposes. It's not a commercial unit.
Yeah, I will not pay a cent for my machine.
Sure.
Yeah, that's not how it works. At least I wouldn't pay more than a regular metal printer for that CNC that made of plastic.
Yeah.
Because amongst other things, I know how much money all the printed parts cost.
Of course.
So
yeah, I understand.
That's much more expensive.
Yeah. We're speaking of all metal hot ends and high temperatures, etc. Excuse me. Did anybody see Adam from CRT's tweets and or little video about what's it called? I want to say Dyes End, DYSEND, something like that. It's a 500 degrees Celsius hot end extruder.
Nice.
Yeah, and we were tweeting earlier, and he said, "Oh, what should I put through it?" And I said, "Well, if you can source some PEEK, PEEK,
yes,
good luck. But be warned, it's 700 US a kilo."
In filament form.
Yes, in filament form.
Well, I did buy once a bar that was this big, like 20 millimeters in diameter. It was like 50 euros. So it's pretty expensive.
Yeah. Ewan, yes, I believe that would be the spelling. Dysenks, not Dysens, I thought it was. But yeah, so the only reason I know that is because I was searching through some eSun filament, and it happened to appear on the page, and it was $250, and I'd gone, Jesus, that's expensive for a kilo. And it wasn't a kilo, it was 250 grams. So in Australia, it's $1,000 a kilo.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about this.
Yeah, it's it's very specialist, that's for sure. All right. What's the? I was going to say what's the most expensive filament you've bought, but you're blessed that most of your filament is probably not bought. But in terms of usage, what's the most expensive filament you've used? Is it the carbon fiber stuff?
Most probably, yes. I think that's the most expensive. Yes. Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
And I've done my own hot end in the past. Out of need, I did use a M6 brass bolt that I drilled, machine, hollowed, and everything to make the nozzle.
Yes.
And then I did wrap around it wire from a convection heater, and used fire cement to make the entire assembly. And the heat break was something like this with a hole through it. And I did bolt the M6 bolt to this and make the filament go through it, and that was it.
So what was the wire? An induction heater? Is that what you...
No, nichrome. It was nichrome wire from a convection heater. Any air heater that you have at home, like that blows air through a resistor.
Yeah.
That resistor is made of nichrome.
Oh, okay.
Which usually, depending on the heater, comes uninsulated, comes in bare form.
Yep.
If you buy nichrome to make hot ends or things like that, you can buy the nichrome with a sleeve made of some sort of ceramic fabric that will isolate it, and you can then do spires.
Okay.
If not, you have to be very careful and do a spire that doesn't touch it itself. Put fire cement, do another spire, put fire cement, and then.
Okay. Gotcha.
The good thing is that you can connect the wire to the power supply, and the fire cement dries very quickly, and you can do it very quickly.
I bet it does. So, what year was that you're making your own hot end?
2010.
2010.
Because I had a 3D printer, the hot end broke, and there was nowhere to buy spares. That didn't take like a month to arrive from England or something like that.
Sure.
So I had to make one.
Wow.
As I did make a heated bed with a plank. I have used a lot of this. A plank of 10 millimeter aluminium with Capton below it.
Yes.
And then I did use a wire below it, a straight wire connected to a ginormous 400 watt power supply, and then lots of layers of cork.
So was it like a PC power supply or an industrial proper power supply?
Industrial power, like
Okay.
a block, like something huge.
Okay.
And I did have to start heating the bed 1 hour before I wanted to print
Oh my god.
because of the thermal inertia.
Yeah, yeah. Wow.
It was terrible.
Absolutely.
And I did. Do you know when you want to do a calibration on a printer that has one of these BL touches that can like
Yeah, yeah.
do, they heat up the bed before you do that because the bed will warp a little.
Expands a little bit.
I had 8 millimeters of difference between the bed cool and the bed heat up because the entire frame of the machine was made of acrylic.
Oh my god.
8 millimeters.
Jesus.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Talk about putting things in your 3D printer. I'm done with that.
Yeah, yeah.
I want a printer that works. I don't want to mend it. I don't want to fix it. I don't want to do anything.
You just want to print large things.
Yes,
or many things. Many, many, many things.
Many, or big.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Or both.
Yep. Concurrently. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, very good. G'day, Stephen. How are you? Good to see you. Yeah,
and
go on.
Once I did, like, because Graphic says builds a printer from office supplies. I did once, I think I've mentioned this, I did a portable scanner of ultra high resolution, a portable scanner, a ultra high resolution portable scanner that could do scans of paintings up to 16 gigapixels per square meter. Portable in a fly case.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and as back then it was like 28 or 29. Those Pololu step sticks, the A4988, didn't exist. The stepper drivers for the steppers of the 3D printers.
Yep.
I did build my own stepper driver with solid state drivers, like the A1611 from Avego. And the thing is that I did have for each motor, I had 4 and 4 solid state relays, and I used 2-step relays to switch the current to the other side, and the other two to switch on and off the coils of each stepper motor.
So that
and
was
I had to do that.
That was each step. So every time it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So I did build my own stepper drivers to make the. I think I have a video around it. I think we could show it sometime.
I think you're mental. Is what I think.
But there was no other option. In my job, I was an industrial prototyper.
Ah, okay, all right,
So
okay.
The thing is, when someone wanted to go to build something that was like, I want to check if people will buy this, or I want to show this to my investors. They first went to the usual suspects, like the research departments of companies around, and when they found no one crazy enough to make the prototype, they came to me.
They go to Crazy Ivan.
Yes. And then I did those things. I've done many things. Yes.
Absolutely. I've heard of some, but that's a good one. That is a good one. All right. Any questions from the peanut gallery?
Can you show the images that I sent you before?
Let me see. Hold on.
Do you have it ready?
Let me switch to you first. You do a song and dance while I. Let me do this, because I have to bring up another screen. Yeah, go on. Yeah, here we go. Magician. Beautiful.
Oh, this is a good one. Oh, I need a pen. I'm going to break your mind with this. Check this out. Check this out. A pen, one hand, the other one hand. Ha! Try to do that. Try it, try it. Grab a pen, like this. Shoot. Shoot. Ha! Now I mess with you for the rest of the week.
I got to be careful that
They
I
will
don't
have,
show anything
we will
else.
have a spike on this part of the video. Check the analytics.
Yeah, okay. It'd be my highest priority, let me tell you. All right, this will do. I'm doing this slightly odd. There. That did go across your face, but it doesn't matter. All right, so we want...
You are saying mind blow because you haven't tried it. Try it. Try to do it. Grab the pen. Whoop. Whoop. Ha.
Ha! Ha! He says. All right, so there's one picture. Tell me about this picture. Why are we showing this picture?
I told you last week that I did swap one of my printer's extruders to nozzles to 0.8.
Ah, yes.
And on that one, I did leave the width of the line at 0.4. But on this one, I did leave it automatic. And the simplified shows 0.996 line width. And this is the shitty result when you let simplify adjust your line width.
Ah.
Terrible print.
All right. Let me just switch.
Why terrible print?
I'll switch to you briefly, and then I'll switch photos, because this is in our DM, so people don't need to see the other stuff in the DM.
On their backs. Can you see on top like how many holes there are?
Yeah, that's not ideal.
No, that's one of my test prints where I did.
Well, that's the top layer.
Yes, that should be flat, and no holes.
Yeah.
And that part in there has vertical holes for a 608 bearing, M8 and M5 bolt.
So 608 goes there.
Yes.
A five there, and a 5mm rod there. What's
no,
that?
that's an 8mm rod.
Okay.
And then in the top there's one for 8mm rod, one for 5mm rod, and for an 8 nut and M5 nut.
Okay.
That print is terrible.
Yeah. All right. Let me just switch back briefly, and we'll look at the last. We'll look at the last one while we're here.
It's terrible.
Yep. So some tweaking required, I think, is what you're trying to tell me.
Yeah. No, I think I will leave it at 0.4 line width.
Right.
I will not leave simplified to choose my line width because that's terrible.
Yeah. The gaps on the top. I'll just switch back quickly. The gaps on the top. Yeah, you're sort of struggling with such big line widths. But getting into the corners, there is a setting in Simplify 3D that you can actually change to get slightly better into the corners. But yeah,
overlay.
It's not ideal.
Overlap.
Overlap, yes. It was.
Yeah. That's with overlap increased.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, that's all. That's the fourth attempt.
Okay.
The previous ones, I couldn't there was so much squeezing against the first layer that was there was no way I could recover from that.
Okay.
That was going to be a shit print. So.
Yep.
Yes.
Fair enough. All right. What is people saying?
Oh, and that's an ultra base that has been scratched by a failed print.
Oh, okay.
Well, what happened was I did get the Tevo Tornado from Tevo. They didn't ask for anything. And I did put an ultra base on top of it.
Yes.
Because I don't like it comes with a clean glass. And I did nothing else. And I started printing, and I went away. So for the first 5 minutes, I did nothing else. And I started printing, and I went away. So for the first 5 minutes, I did nothing else. And I started printing, and I went away. So for the first 5 minutes, I did nothing else. And I started printing, and I went away. So for the first 5 minutes, I did nothing else. And I started printing, and I went away. So for the first 5 minutes, I did nothing else. And I started printing, and I went away. So for the first 5 minutes, I did nothing else. And I started printing, and I went away. So for the first 5 minutes, I did nothing else. And I started printing, and I went away. So for the first 5 minutes, I did nothing else. And I started printing, and I went away. So for the first 5 minutes, I did nothing else. And I started printing, and I went away. So for the first 5 minutes, I did nothing else. And I started printing, and I went away. So for the first 5 minutes, I did nothing else. And I star 8 layers or 10 layers, the nozzle was scratching against the bed all the way.
Because you didn't compensate for the extra thickness of the ultra base. Yeah.
Yes. Praise for the gentleman in Australia. Yeah.
Shit. Oh well.
Hey, the ultra base works beautifully. That's Reality's ultra base, by the way, not Anycubics.
Right. Okay.
But as both being Chinese companies, I think they don't mind ripping each other's designs, right?
Yeah. Correct.
I've
I've got a Creality Ultra Base for the Ender 3. So, but I'm not sure if I'll use it or an actual Ultra Base because I bought some extra Ultra Bases whenever they're cheap.
I did bought those ones because Ultra Base didn't have any more in stock.
Okay.
Which is
the
we have last minute news.
Okay. Last minute.
Beep, 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 beep.
Yep.
Fernando Jerez released a new model pack.
Breaking news. Jordan, you are correct.
About what?
He said, "I bet you it's in the box." I'm keeping it for what did you say? For posterity, it'll be worth something one day.
Yes, and you are going to be the richest man in the cemetery.
And antiquities, yes, exactly. So the new model pack, what is it? Tell me it's not vases.
I have no idea. Rapid said it in the comments.
I know, but I'm waiting for him to respond.
Oh, okay. Explain yourself.
Yes, Teresa, collector's edition, mint in box. Front page.
Mint in box. No, mint in box.
Oh, it's on the front page. It's on the front page of my mini factory. All right, let me switch to His Royal Highness. That'd be that one. And let me go over here, and I'll go to my mini factory briefly before we nick off. My mini.
It hurts.
It hurts.
JT wasn't watching.
Yes, I don't watch Twitter while I'm doing this. I can't. I am a male. I cannot multitask.
Brian, you should put a store. Like let JT buy the domain because he will do it, and let it call it Mint in Box and sell that mint. Yes.
Oh, here we go. Come on, plus. Bigger. Go bigger.
Bigger.
Always bigger. All right, that one.
Whoa.
Whoa, what happened? Uh-oh. Back.
I was watching. Oh.
Ah, there we go. That'll do.
There. Oh,
that was
really noise.
Wow. Noise, mate. Almost South African. Wow. So the Medusa. Nice. All right, there you go. Front page of my mini factory. Fernando, jellyfish robots. That's a really good description, Graphit.
Yes.
I like that one.
Those are cool.
Very nice. Thanks for the tip.
Indeed. Every time I hear that phrase, I think of Michael Scott.
Which phrase?
Thanks for the tip.
And Michael Scott is?
Come on. You don't know who Michael Scott is?
Give me a clue. I don't know everybody. I know everybody in the chat's name, but I don't know everybody in the world's name. No.
Scranton, Pennsylvania? Dunder Mifflin Paper Company?
The what? Oh,
Dunder
The
Mifflin
Office.
Paper Company.
The Office?
Yeah.
I never watched The Office.
Yeah.
Never.
Never talk to me again.
Okay. That's the end of the stream, everybody. Let me find the
Really?
eject button. Okay, so it's the JT show.
I don't know how can you live with yourself without having watched The Office. There's no way.
There you go. Brian Vines hasn't watched it.
No, Brian, you cannot. You first watch it, the entire 9 seasons, and then we can talk.
Which one, the English or the American?
Please, the English doesn't exist. The American.
Hang on. The English invented it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. They invented it.
And the US
did a
improved.
job of making the TV show, and then the Americans came and nailed it.
Oh, Wellbot is dissing the US one as well. G'day, John. You do it?
No.
The first season is word for the
Yeah,
same.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, well, it's the same show, I guess. No, I'd literally never watched it. Sorry.
No, that's not enough.
So, Teresa's trying to pretend she did a typo. Shit's fired. And now she's saying shots. Yeah, she's pretending. All right, well, I think that's it. Other than our slight audio issues earlier, it's been a good night. Wasn't as bad as episode 8. Episode 8 was a bit tragic. That was with Brian Vines, where we were off air for 20 minutes, figuring out that Hangouts actually doesn't work and cannot work, which is how we've ended up here. And I was on a stream with Walter the other day. It was his stream, and I just happened to be watching. And he yelled out, "JT, I've tried your technique and it works well. Go and look at the previous video." So word's getting out. But I'm needing to make an actual video. It's hard work. Ivan's been coaching me on keyboard shortcuts for Premiere.
Yeah.
So.
I'll hail Premiere.
Yeah. Oh well, it's on my machine. Well, I've got the Creative Cloud. I've got the Creative Cloud, so may as well use it. So,
yeah.
But anyway, all right. Any last minute thoughts?
Squirrel?
Yeah, squirrel. No. Yeah, squirrel's good. All right, ladies, gents. I think that's the right key for me. No, I don't know where the end frame key is. Yeah, I'll have to actually click it. Blip. There we go. Thank you one and all. Hopefully we see you next week. Now, is your daylight savings changing next week?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
they didn't call me.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Mine changes on the 7th of April. Yours might change 1 week before, but we won't be streaming then because I'll be at Murph. We'll figure it out. I'll put the nice countdown. Hey, did anybody recognise that there was a countdown in the description? So in the description, it's now past, but I've started putting countdowns on the actual description as well as the tweets.
Ooh.
So because people are really struggling to figure out time zones and what have you, which is fair enough. G'day Red Light, how are you? We're about to finish. Red Light's here, everybody. We better shut the stream down.
Hey!
All right. We will see you all next week. All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.